I'm here with the creators of AKA, Rob Riley, the artist, and Stephen Walters, the writer. How are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
Pretty good.
Doing awesome.
That's great. Can you please tell the folks at home a little bit about AKA?
Well, AKA is a 70s grindhouse cinema experience in comic book format, with which we have trailers before the main feature, which is our story.
Yeah, we have Mike Oming doing a forward for our book. We have John Brolia, Brian J.L. Glass, Joe Kelly, of course. They're all Sublime trailers. And it's just a really fast-paced story that I think everybody's going to enjoy.
And what inspired the creation of the book?
Well, Rob came to me basically wanting to do a book together, and he kind of came up with the theme of doing a 70s grindhouse book. Because I saw Grindhouse, Quentin Tarantino and Rodriguez movie, and we kind of just gelled together and thought about some stuff over a couple months, finalized it, and then we started cracking on the script, and you know, history is made. You know.
I think what we really were trying to do is we didn't see this sort of genre being represented in the comic community, so we wanted to take advantage of it. And of course, as we were like halfway through, Aphrodisiac came out, and a few other books came out, and we were like, ah, crap. We thought we were ahead of the curve, but those guys' books are awesome. I'm not slighting. I love those books. So it's kind of nice that we kind of will be able to stand out from superheroes and especially zombie books and all that stuff that is really popular. We're kind of like, with a few exceptions, a few other people, we're kind of an island to ourselves in that genre. So,
how did you two originally team up?
I saw him once at a bus stop. No, I'm just kidding. No, we went to school together, and we've been lifelong friends since. So it was at least over a decade for sure.
Over 10 years, and it was just we've always wanted to work together. We did a small book called Convention Confessional a couple years ago, and it was a good long time before we came up with an idea. You know, before we really decided to throw our creative talents out there and see where this whole grindhouse thing was going to go, and I think it came out really well. I mean, Rob's art is amazing throughout the book, and through his connections, we got a lot of people contributing to the book that I think made everything just much more concrete and better for the fans.
You recently started a Kickstarter campaign to release free copies of a prequel to AKA to comic book stores. How has that been going?
Well, shameless plug. This is a cover image for AK-1 The Chamber, which, as you mentioned, is an 8-page prequel, and thus far it's going pretty well. We're about a little over 25% of our goal, with still 3 weeks to go. And as you mentioned, basically what we're doing is we're going to try to print like 10,000 of these things to give out to retailers so they can give away to customers with an advert for our trade, and hopefully that will raise awareness and readership for our book. Thankfully, some friends of mine were kind enough to donate their time and talent. Mike Hawthorne, Mike Oming, and Taki Soma will all be doing variant covers, which will only be available to the backers.
And this is a question directly for you as the artist. When do you think a chin is too big?
When do I think a chin is too big? That's a good question. I wish I could think. Jay Leno. Yeah. I think that's when a chin gets way too big.
Well, your art style has been known to having fairly large chins. Have you ever gone overboard?
I'm just glad you didn't look at the waist down on some of those characters, because it doesn't stop at the chin, baby. You know, I think that with that genre, you know, there were extremes in the themes, and I kind of tried in a weird way to embellish that with the character designs. But that's just some BS I'm saying, because realistically I was just like, oh, that looks cool, and I went with it, you know. I wasn't like, you know, if I made his chin really huge. Oh, another guy that has a big chin is the dude from The Rocketeer, that big, ginormous guy. I don't know what his name was, but he's like, where's the rocket? That guy, chin huge.
Coin that term.
Yeah, patent pending.
Well, thank you very much for talking with us, and I hope you have a great time here at the Comic-Con.
Oh, thank you so much for interviewing us. And yeah, please, we're at table V15, and please look us up on Kickstarter.